First and foremost, I would like to thank members of the press for providing us with this coverage. My name is James Carey, and I'm the chairman of the Elizabeth branch of the People's Organization for Progress. I'm joined by members of the Elizabeth Coalition for Education Accountability and the Elizabeth LOC. We're assembled here today to demand the immediate resignation of Superintendent Pablo Munoz and to call on the U.S. Department of Education to provide federal oversight and monitoring of the Elizabeth School District. The Elizabeth School District, which is the focus of both state and federal investigations for their spending abuses, secret settlements, and the pressure of district employees to make contributions in exchange for jobs and promotion, has violated the public trust 2 more times since the September 2011 arrest of former board president Marie Munn and 2 others in connection with the defrauding the National School Lunch Program. Fast forward 1 year, on September the 7th, 2012, recently appointed school board Michelle Aristotle abruptly resigned ahead of a scheduled press conference announcing her disqualification from the school board because she didn't meet the necessary residency requirement. In addition, she may have committed voters fraud. Then on Friday, this past Friday, October the 5th, 2012, former school board employee Scott Farley was charged in federal court when he allegedly worked a second job while on the clock for this district. We're here to say enough is enough. It's time to clean up the cesspool of corruption that currently exists here in the Elizabeth School District. And at this time, we'll entertain any questions from members of the press. Thank you.
So whether or not Superintendent Munoz had any knowledge of any of this, you still feel, since he was here?
This is in a long line of improprieties, malfeasance, waste of taxpayers' dollars, and the individuals who are suffering the most is our children. You and I could not be employed by our respective jobs and not show up. We wouldn't have a job the next day.
And who's here today?
Members of the Elizabeth LOC, members of the Elizabeth Coalition for Education Accountability.
And you think with the resignation the problems would end, or that's the first step for you?
Well, you know, when the fish stinks, you cut their head off first, okay? And then you start from the top. But there's a pervasive layers of corruption that exists here in the Elizabeth School Board, and as taxpayers, we're fed up and we're tired of it, okay? It seems like they're more concerned with padding their political war chest as opposed to adequately educating our children.
Thank you. Anything else after this? Are you?
Well, actually, we have intentions. Our next meeting is to head down to the U.S. Department of Education. We have been in touch with them on numerous occasions, so that's what our next move will be. Because we have no faith in the State Department of Education. We've been down there numerous times, and they basically told us that it wasn't nothing they could do. Well, certainly there's a lot they can do. Okay, if acting Commissioner Cerf and Governor Christie is not adhering to any of their suggestions and their recommendations, you have a choice. You could go over to their head and contact the U.S. Department of Education themselves.
How many times do you think you've gone to the state?
How many times we've been out to the state? We've been down there, I mean, since 2007, we've been down there a total of 12 times, probably. And it's the same old stuff. Business as usual. First, we went down there in 2007. Edith Fulton, the commissioner, told us what recommendations they were going to make. They were going to appoint 3 prominent members of the community to the school board. They haven't done that yet. Nothing. We have a no confidence vote in the State Department of Education as well.
Thank you very much. I'll just take Thank you very much.
Well,
I have a question.
sure.
Have you given any written notices to the superintendent or to the Board of Ed that you're discontent with the issues?
Actually, no, we haven't given any. We've been expressing our discontent at the Horse and Pony Show school board meeting, and it basically has fell on deaf ears. We've been down to the State Department of Education on numerous times since 2007, and they basically said at the last meeting that their hands were tied, there was nothing they could do. Surely, there's a lot they can do. If Commissioner Cerf and Governor Christie, who's a cohort of theirs, is not adhering to their suggestions and their recommendations, they have the opportunity to go over their heads and contact the U.S. Department of Education themselves.
What is your biggest complaint against this Board of Education?
The mass corruption that's currently existing in this school district, along with the pressuring of employees to pay these astronomical fees to these political fundraisers to pad their war chest, and in return, some of the employees, if they give whoever gives the most amount, that's what they determine gets the promotions. Matter of fact, recently they had a fundraiser where they sent mailers out to all their district employees asking for a $50 contribution. They send it to the homes, which is illegal.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And what is the Elizabeth Coalition for?
The Elizabeth Coalition is a group of organizations that comprise together, okay, and we address the issue here in the Elizabeth education system. You know, it's basically an NAACP. It was started by, the founding fathers was the Elizabeth LOC, People's Organization for Progress.
Okay, so it's all of you together.
Yeah, comprised
and
together.
Started
Yeah.
to get together around
Yes.
2007 when
Yes, 2007.
started. Okay, thanks.